Happy Friday. Listen. Oh my God. So I've been in the house because I'm moving. I've been in the house. I'm figuring this out because, like, if I call somebody, the copycat has a clone of my phone. So then if I call somebody, then they call the person, right? The copycat been me for so long. Like, I mean, who am I? Right? Who am I? Everybody has validated this broad to be me, right? And then the other one up north, she'd have made so much money exploiting me. How you gonna claim that? I mean, obviously they can, because just because you have somebody under exploitation doesn't mean that it's like, you know, like the only thing that can tie me back to them would be some type of contract with my signature on it, which I'm not trying to be funny. They have the complexion for the protection, so they're going to keep on going. Like, they're safe. So they have no problem, like, what I'm doing, mocking every single thing I'm doing, literally mocking that. So, of course, my police reports put the 161 crew on blast because I know my ex's address. I sent him right to his house, especially because she's the one who followed me into the courtroom, or excuse me, followed me into the Franklin County garage on October 10th when I was going to court. See, the thing was with Alexis, it was a problem with me making it to court. I wasn't supposed to make it to court. I'm not supposed to make it to tax time because that busts them. So what does that tell you about organized crime? After she sat up there and broke into my YouTube feed from December, January to February, saying a whole bunch of catty shit because she already knew that Jaffa was already going to be out the door. So I'm getting harassed. I'm getting cyber stalked. I'm getting gang stalked. I mean, literally yesterday, I started putting my shoes on and getting myself together. The blue Kia flew over there to the school parking lot. Flew over there. Couldn't wait. Could not wait. And I already said this months ago. You have illegal cameras in my home. I'm not changing nothing I'm doing or how I'm chilling or doing anything for you. You're the one who's the criminal, and you got some nerve to have me on the dark web. Give me a break. I know you've been embarrassed a couple times recording me because I done blew y'all shit up a couple times in the house, even with me just there. I don't care. It don't change nothing. Happy holidays to the people who need it. I am not religious, but I respect every holiday, especially January. Their holiday, not little holiday, not disrespecting, but I'll watch it because it's something from old times, not ancient. It's not ancient, but it is something from old times that people have done to bring about a sense of harmony amongst humanity when they can. What kind of harmony is this? So yeah, they know I'm moving. They trying to figure out, oh, she gonna leave everything in her house and I'm just gonna be able to move right on in and sit on her couch. No, I'm not. Girl, I'm getting my shit. I'm taking my stuff. If I can't sell it, I'm taking it. I ain't leaving nothing there. I already know who gonna move in the house. It serves office group and the group up north. The trailer trash. It serves the trailer trash. Ooh, 2026 is coming. It's coming. Listen, Jaffa know how to turn a hoe into a housewife. When I tell you hoe into housewife, man, hoe into housewife. I promise you this organized crime, it's going to come out. You got to file taxes on my social security number. It's going to come out. And every threat that this is why I'm going to release those police reports. And I'm going to release the grievances and the claim that I filed against his legal team and the lawyer. And people will say, oh, you're telling too much. It doesn't matter. Everybody can see what I'm doing. They have exposed me. There ain't nothing I can do, bitch. If you done went to my damn employer and lied to him, and you lying on them in the street, and they really did take. As soon as you the hell down, I'm not playing. I was never playing about my taxes. Shit, give me a damn break. Give some foreigner ass husband permission to do anything. He was a non-citizen, sleeping around with everybody. It wasn't nobody that man didn't sleep with. People from both of my jobs, metropolitan and downtown. It wasn't nobody he didn't sleep with. Wasn't nobody he wasn't invested with. And I'm not kidding. This is how I got this BMW. That bitch had mental health issues. Literally found a picture in my ex's phone from like 2019. So then I do the math on this bitch's age, right? Me and my ex was together from 2013 to 2017, solidly together. It can't be debated no matter what anybody lies about. You can't lie to my face about it. That hoe would have been a minor. If she was dating him when I was with him, that hoe would have been a minor. So when she found these pictures of me in my phone, which is of me just being cute and stuff, it wasn't like that, you know what I mean? Let me say this. They put me on the dark web. It ain't no way that them pictures match what them pros be doing over there. Like, they got to be pros. I'm not a pro. Like, I be at the house, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a little, it ain't no pro stuff. So for her to, find a picture of me in his phone, which definitely would have been at least before 2019, right? But more than likely 2013 to 2017, and then send it to Jaffa, saying, oh, this is her right now, So when he actually asked me about the picture, I'm like, dude, that was almost 10 years ago. Now, at the time, I didn't know it came through that hoe from up north, Alexis, but I didn't have a choice. I was just like, oh, okay, how'd you find that? How'd you get that? But see, my laptop was resetting itself because there's some type of tracking device and everything in the laptop. And that happened last year because when I was actually bidding on items this year at the Capital Online auction, they were mimicking every stroke through my laptop. I knew that something had happened to my phone last year, but they were doing the same thing with my laptop. So yeah, back to long story short. Oh, told Jaffa that was me now. Girl, YouTube, not YouTube, but even Gmail, Google Photos shows that was from 2016 when I was in my picture and I had my hair in a bump. You know what I mean? Do y'all remember that? Putting your hair in a bump or even a fan? Do y'all remember the fan? The little pineapple up top ponytail like kind of thing? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just making light of the conversation because it is, holiday time. And also, I don't care. Because you have to live up to your hype. You have to live up to your bullshit. Them blood members on the west side, you're not going to get it. Because by the time I get that information and my shit tied to y'all criminals, I'm going to bring it all out. Bring them out. You fucking criminals. And I don't care, like I said, who backed y'all up. I don't care who backed y'all up in Virginia. They liars too. I was the first one of my mom's kids to graduate. And I'm her fourth child. So I don't care what nobody down there say. Period. I don't even care. You gonna have to prove a whole lot more than what you proven to my face. Not some false statements on paper. Because the false statements on paper just proves you had a motive to do something behind my back. This is why I don't work for the FBI. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
What you doing? Happy New Year to you. It's coming.
Year.
Huh? 2026? Yeah. How'd you enjoy yourself yesterday?
It's good, not bad.
You did? Did you work yesterday?
Yeah, we open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I stayed at home for a little while. I made some rib tips and cabbage. It was tasty. Can I have 2 gold swishers, please?
2 gold swishers?
Yeah, that's my fave.
Gold, I'm out. I'm so sorry. I got
out?
Red. I got diamond. I got.
I'll take diamond.
Green.
I'll take diamond.
Silver, maybe.
No.
Okay,
No.
2 diamond.
2 diamond.
Just for you.
You got it. Pressure makes diamonds.
You look beautiful
Thank
today.
you.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
That's my man right there. My man. Solid. My man frying pan. That's what we used to say back in the day. My man, frying pan. Listen, throwback times have come back. Like at the end of the year, you kind of remember some fun stuff, like some little quibs that you would say back in the day. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like that was my whole thing right there.
Here you go.
Can I have a light, honey? Do you got a
Lighter.
lighter I can use? Yeah, let me just have a light. I'm on my way home, but yeah. Because I left it in the drawer. You know what I'm saying? I left it in the drawer. Thank you. I left my lighter at home in a
You can
drawer.
keep it, son.
It's pink. It's beautiful.
This pink and curly one just for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll come see you later. That was nice. Listen. Now see, this is how my favor usually be. I be getting stuff all the time. But yeah, throwback times be coming at the end of the year, that for all lang syne kind of thing. For all lang syne. Anyway, so 2026 we not through. I'm going into 2026 being me. Y'all got the rest of this year to wrap it up. And because I know how taxes work, I know once we got divorced that they already wrapped some shit up. At the end of the day, you still did it using my social security number. And I'll be raising heck and high water this first weekend of January. Because that's not consistent, baby. And the exploitation that I was subject to, all this gang stalking that I was subject to because of this property that Jaffa knew about that he didn't tell me about, because of this Bitcoin account that he put in my name. Everybody knows that's illegal. You cannot create an email with my name on it, a phone number that I have no access to, and then start doing business in my name like I'm not sitting at work over there 9 to 5. I mean, all y'all hoes do is lay on y'all back. The IRS is gonna tell you, no, she was on her feet. She was working. She was shuffling papers around the desk, according to my last, because he don't want to honor my performance. Shit, yeah, but the IRS will. So, I had no support, and that's totally fine. I really didn't have support. And I think that's what people don't understand, right? It's different if people have supported you, they've been in your corner. I didn't have that. I have really been solo for a very long time. I was always a high achiever. People can put it down, don't matter. I'll pick it up. I'll pick up what you're putting down. Put my shoulders in the mix. But yeah, so in 2021, I bought a Ford Fusion. I think it was, I want to say 7,000, but it might have been 7,300. So I put down 5,000 cash, and I did the rest 90 days, same as cash. Of course, I paid it off sooner than 90 days because my commissions were actually paid efficiently. They were paid correctly back then. Shout out to my manager who had been in her property for 15 years. She knew her job. And she wasn't greedy. That was the other thing too. She wasn't greedy. She didn't have to steal bonuses and things like that. She was a good lady. Shout out to her in Grove City over there. I miss her actually. But back to the story. Bought the car. Later on, the engine started having a problem. I took it right back to the dealer. Said, hey, what's going on? Because this wasn't supposed to be happening like this. He said, you're right. I'm going to have my mechanic look at it. He had the mechanic look at my car. And he said, hey, something happened. Some air getting in the engine. How? The car was perfect. Inside and outside and under the hood. How? The car was perfect. So I sold the car. I went and bought another cheap vehicle. Because, you get that feeling, something ain't right. No, something ain't right. So then I buy another vehicle, go back and forth to work as usual, do my thing. Ex calls and says, hey, I got something for you. All right. Highlight that I said heavy on the X. Because at this point, I've known you damn near like 12 years at the time. Shows me the car. He says, I know you'll take care of it. Take it. Don't worry about bringing it back no time soon. All right. I did that. Kept up, of course, the communication, blah, blah, blah. So his heart was feeling some type of way one day. He told me what happened to the damage to my actual Ford Fusion. From there, we made a deal. Because mental health was an issue during the pandemic. For whatever reason, not whatever reason, a lot of people went through mental health issues. I'm not shading it. I'm not downplaying it. But he said, yeah, so-and-so had, found your picture in my phone. She found a couple of other black girls' pictures in my phone. And she went off. She was upset. She this, she that. She got your number. She got your picture. All this stuff. She did that to your car. From there, I made a plan with him. I understand what you're going through. The girl is damn near half your age. You old as fuck, and you have one kidney. I'm not trying to stress you out. If you've had a friend that you've known for a long time, not just like on some hi, bye, and I'll see you later, or hey, what's going on? How's your mom? No, we talk about everything. I understood his passion. I understood his pain. I understood what he was going through with something that I had never seen him go through with the bras he was actually dealing with. But that's what happens when you date bartenders. You don't know them, but they know how to make drinks. They know how to put shit in your drinks. So he got caught up. Whatever. So, made a deal. I bought the car. I still have never met Alexis. I don't give a damn about her at all. But that didn't stop her from catfishing Jaffa, making a deal with Jaffa. And when she was cyber stalking me this year, it was January, February, and March. She cyber stalked me, kept breaking into my YouTube channels, my YouTube feed, and my YouTube shorts, sending me pictures of her hair in a nasty ass bun, her and the overweight bun crew, because there's a couple of them in that clown posse. She basically told me, I stole your husband, I did this, I did that. But what she said that stuck out was that you've been dealing with him since August of 2023. That's how long she was in Jaffa's DM in his life, sending him people to date. And he was all for it. He was all for it. The neighbors that live beside me, and let me be clear, not the one with the kids, the ones that live beside me, she was paying her. Then my estranged family members was paying the other neighbors to watch over me. In between all of this old ass black woman that I worked with at Metropolitan, she got into it. She got involved. The woman in the black Honda that I've been speaking about with the big glasses and keeps her hair in a bun, but she's black, was part of the crew from Metropolitan. This is how they set me up. They also catfished Jaffa. So Jaffa is getting catfished at this point by several people who had a motive. They were all bragging about some loan that they got in my name during the pandemic, and how Jaffa got a piece of it because he joined their crew, right? So this girl in the black Honda bragging about her mafia connections. She in the YouTube too. Her mafia connections. She worked at the Hollywood Casino. She bragging about stealing money from up there. I seen her with my old coworker as well. So we're talking about a long time, over 2.5 years, right? That these people have set me up through my ex's baby mama. She was nonstop with it. So the black one, Bree, the oldest one, the old one, she older than me. Good God, girl, you should have retired. I told you that. You should have retired when you got fired, but oh well. They're all planning this big whole thing behind my back, right? And Jaffa is going back feeding them information. Now, mind you, he's been feeding them information since summer of 2023. So my car has had a bug in it. Our house has had multiple cameras in it that I didn't buy. I did buy the Ring cameras, and I purchased the Ring annual, uh, membership for that. I did that. In no way, shape, or form did I ever sign to be on anybody's internet. This is my guy. Hey, you work here now?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? You all the way from the west side.
I'm still there.
You still there?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Come in my store there.
I will come visit you. I live over here, but I'm moving. So
Mr. Brad now.
West Broad? Which one? The drive-through?
No, it's name new room carry out. Where is the doctor hospital in West Broad?
Yeah, I know exactly where that is. Yeah.
After doctor hospital, 500 feet. You have in the corner. You have subway.
Yes.
I am beside subway.
I know exactly where that is. I'll come say hi to you.
Okay,
Happy holidays to you. You look great.
Thank you, Annie.
You have a good time. All right. Yeah. When you see people, you got to say hi. I'm country, so you got to say hi. So, yeah. So they did something to set me up in my job because they was working with Alexis because they was all jealous and they bought into her story. She also contacted my family and all of that. So then they all had a big plan. So now Jaffa's getting catfished by 5 people by October 2023. And I don't mean catfish like he didn't know. He knew. He was happy to work with them. They didn't have a choice because when I got married, that was against their plans. They were already using my social security number and my ID because she bragged about breaking into my house when I lived in Whitehall, which was before I was married to Jaffa. When Jaffa and I did get married, I did move him into my house because he was living in an apartment community in the ghetto. Not gonna happen. I'm not moving to no ghetto. That's impossible. It's literally not even happening. Within a week of us getting married, the cartel shot up his apartment. I found this out because another girl he was dealing with that's a cartel princess also started breaking into my YouTube feed because Jaffa gave everyone our IP address. He gave them the password to our router and they were able to break in to the IP. And while I was gone, they were able to come into the house and, steal my clothes, steal some of my jewelry, stuff like that to help this impersonation. So this has been going on for 2.5 years. So long story short, when I'm gonna go check out these taxes with the IRS because that it's instantly going to imbalance. It doesn't matter what I agreed to at court. I had no choice. I had no lawyer. When I filed for divorce on May 2nd, you have to fill out papers for your assets and things like that in my account. See, this is where y'all fucked up at. See, I only had $20 in my account. I didn't have any money. I was actually, for the first time in my life, without funds by the time that came. Of course, I still filed a divorce. That shit wasn't gonna change nothing. Toodles to the motherfucking loo. Toodaloo. Time for you to go. So I filed, whatever. Here it is, $20 in my account. I had no money. So all these investment accounts that they had in my name, those bank accounts that they had in my name, everybody knows that that wasn't mine. Any investigator, all of that shit, they know it wasn't me who set those up. That was Jaffa and the catfishers. Ooh. And by the way, I don't know if y'all know this about catfish, but you shouldn't eat them. They have skin like us, not scales like real fish. They also have a cycle, a period cycle, the male and female catfish. This is why people don't eat them. So this is my tip to you. Stay away from the catfishes. So I started telling people, hey, you calling my phone, it's hacked. They watching everything. So if you calling me or you texting me, somebody else is going to call you or text you within a certain amount of time. And I mean easy, like a day or two, to kind of guide their conversations with me so that I would not be, talking about what I'm going through, because they have listening devices in my car and they have listening devices in my home. So if I'm talking on the phone and I'm telling people who are contacting me about what I'm going through, it implicates them. Y'all are the ones who gang stalked and catfished everybody. There's nobody in my life that I ever knew that would do that. And hell no, I ain't never been on no OnlyFans. Not directly. For what? Whatever they put on OnlyFans clearly shows that this is not what I'm about, right? I'm a normal human being. I've been that way for a long time, since birth. But I definitely have had a routine with my diet and everything since I was a teenager, because I've had severe hypoglycemia for a while, a long time. So there was no opportunity to, act like, oh, she don't eat, she don't do this, she don't take care. Where? Because I have pictures that invalidate anything you said about me. Also, at my jobs, I've been on camera 24/7. So what are you talking about here? You had nothing to do but make up a lie because you had no truth to give. Also, truth would not have served you because you were in the background lying. So this is Jaffa's group, right? Jaffa's group knew that I had no issues, I had no drama, I had no toxicity. I don't live in that. I don't even know people like that. So my social security number, my name, and my birth date was good enough for them to use and make buku money off of. But as far as my community and the society I live in, while they were running up my social security number and my name through the system, making all types of money, they were out here destroying my reputation, right? And they were paying people, providing them with electronic devices. They were giving them trips for the weekend. They were making them part of their groups and all that other stuff, giving them a little taste of the high society so that they could have a reason to keep coming after moi. Coming after moi. Good enough, right? Okay, so it serves their purposes. So finally, after they have done enough catfishing and enough stealing, now it's time to make her a criminal. Because we need to keep on him. We need to stay on him. We need to make sure that he stays on our side. So we're going to make her a criminal when it's time. It was all strategic because obviously when you marry a foreign person, you have to go through interviews. You have to go through certain things with the government. You have to keep things a certain way to make sure that nothing rocks the boat, which is not anything I'm not used to. Jaffa and I had already had these conversations. But when it was time, when they could, they had someone act like they were suicidal whoever this impersonator was, this is what they bragged about. They bragged about somebody that they allowed to be me, and display some type of suicidal um, issues. It's impossible. That's not me. I love me way too much. I always have. And like I said, I don't have drama. So what is it? What would I have to be suicidal for? And I say that deeply but lightly, because I'm sorry for people who go through that. But that just wasn't me. Actually, that was them playing tricks on the system, because that's not okay. There's people who really, really actually need help. So this person kept fishing me. I saw her the first time on Williams Road, right across the street from the Dairy Queen. And she literally had some clothes that looked like mine. And I said, okay, oh, all right, sister, because she was black. I let it go. I seen her there again 2 weeks later on my routine, meaning that when I take Drafa back to his truck at the Love Station, drop him off, and I come back and stop at that same store, she was there again. There's no way. Like, there's no way. The next week I go to Kroger's. Mind you, Jaffa wasn't in town, but the next week I go to Kroger's to pick groceries up. I go inside the store. She's there with clothes that look similar to mine, following me around the store, even until I get to the checkout line. So I'm in self-checkout. There she is behind me looking. You can't look like me. You can't be me. Like, I don't get it. I'm not a chameleon. You just can't replicate it. That's not the DNA I have. So when I leave the store, some other people met up with her. I'm watching them. And I see that they are, they got a mission. They are waiting for me to leave the parking lot so they can follow where I'm going. All right. I said, this is it. I filed a police report. I included in the police report some other stuff that I had already experienced with Jaffa, because he was unraveling. Like, unraveling. I don't know what his business partners, them Arab business partners ain't no joke. When they talk about the money you owe them, you got to pay them. So Jaffa owe a bunch of groups of money. He got involved with multiple women who owed other men money. But they were all like, oh, Jaffa, Jaffa. So he felt for the sweet nothings. And he gave them all types of money, all types of gifts and everything. And what they did in the background was laugh. Look at her. Look at her. And went to every store in the community and told them, oh, her husband don't love her. She's a thief. She's this, she's that. All the worst things you can think of. But for the most part, I'm a thief and I'm a whore, right? And I have mental health issues, right? And it's really them. It's really them. I had health insurance. So if I was in rehab and going through mental health, why wasn't it through my premium? Why didn't I pay through my premium? It don't fit the bill. So Jaffa had these African connections that had these home health care services over here on the west side. Also, the ones over there in Kimberly Court, they had a way of working the system. So then he used that group to work the system. That group, in turn, worked with his legal team. Okay? You following me? Jaffa also got a hold to some wealth that I didn't know about, but should have been for me. And he was able to obtain that wealth because multiple people lied and wrote statements from Ohio and in Virginia on both sides of the family to ensure that I don't have. So this is a problem, right? Because clearly my Cash App shows how much I've helped my family. My Chase bank account was proof how much I helped my family when they needed. Okay? I wasn't taking care of nobody. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like paying bills every month and looking out like that. But I was looking out. You know what I'm saying? I was looking out. I had no reason not to say no. I said yes. Especially for my nieces and nephews. But I didn't know that they were going to turn their back on me for Jaffa and the crew. So in May, I went to Kroger's grocery shopping. And there was a guy that was supposed to have been sent to kill me, but he's been following me around. I don't know if he was sent to kill me at that time or not, but I know he had been following me around. I know he had been, you know, tracking my whereabouts, so to speak. So he tells me, you know, your husband trying to kill you because he done did some stuff. He owe people money. He hiding stuff. This is how I found out that Jaffa had property. I found out through the damn motherfucker trying to kill me that he had property. And he had other stuff he was hiding from me. Shame, shame, shame. Low down, dirty, shame. So this man is feeling some type of way. I guess he's feeling kind of guilty. I mean, maybe because he was black, he really felt a little double down on the blackness. Like, I don't need to be messing with this girl. Something ain't hidden. And he was right. It won't hidden. But then he told me. So then I went home and I filed a police report. Before I filed a police report, I contacted my mom. I said these to her. Crickets. Right? So now I'm looking at Jaffa like, you got 10 heads. What's going on? Because what he just told me confirmed kind of some bits and pieces that I got in April. But what this man, this assassin, told me was definitely the truth. He said two things to me with conversations that I had with two different people. There was no way he could have knew about that. There was no way he could have knew about those two specific conversations. One was in March. How could he have known that? But he used that to prove to me that he was the one that they sent to come after me. All right. All right. So now it's time. I have everything I need to know. So now I'm having a conversation with Jaffa, old fuckhead, right? And I'm giving him finally 10% of what I normally give him throughout our entire marriage. Mind you, I'd already separated from him and vowed divorce. But this was the first conversation I'm having with him after I hear this. And Jaffa don't even tell. He can't even tell that I'm only giving him 5 or 10% of who I really am at this moment. That's when I realized when I hang up, it didn't matter who I was to Jaffa. He was fake and phony from the beginning. Fake and phony. And this is why he destabilized me. I never gave him any money, don't get me wrong. From the time we got married, I was always used to paying all my bills. That's not a question. That's never been a question in my entire life. Bills is bills. That's how I was raised. Bills is bills. They get paid first. Bills is paid. From the time we got married, we split the bills. Not from the time, but from May of 2023. We split the bills until July of 2024. And he took over the bills. And I kind of cared for the house stuff and the pets. But for the majority part of our marriage, I paid half the bills. I never had any money to give him. So in June, when we got into this argument, he told me he did something with my information and he couldn't tell me about it because I had to confront him about this damn assassin and about these couple bitches that I know now is in your energy. He's denying these broads, knowing damn well he can't deny them because what I'm saying is truthful. But he did it anyway to protect the catfishers, to protect the people who paid to come in his life and sabotage technically both of our lives. But because he was more on the receiving end of it, he didn't take it that way. Right? So I'm talking to him, you know, and I'm a real person. So after I've had the third conversation with him on FaceTime and I'm done, I'm wrapping it up. As soon as I get off the phone with him, it might have been around 9 o'clock at night, I blocked him. He been blocked ever since. The next person I blocked was my mom. The next person I blocked was my sisters and my brothers. I went down that line because I was not playing. There's no way. So y'all playing with my name when the IRS know for a fact that I ain't never did no crazy shit. I ain't never did no outlandish shit. I've only filed taxes on the money I work for. That I work for. Nothing else. An employer, 40 hours a week. Never been self-employed. So then I had to think about the time, I had to get back and get back. I started getting gang stalked that I can remember of November of 2024. And it was because I had bought my LLC in October of 2024, and they watched me on my laptop do it. Jaffa was at home that weekend when I did it, like we did it, high-fived each other's, cheers, blah, blah, blah. You got your LLC, now I got my LLC. 2025 is about to look good for us. I made a plan from there because I was not offered a second opportunity with my job. I deserved it, but I didn't get it. My boss took that away from me, and that was strategic as well. So in October, I said, all right, then, I will quit during Black History Month, February 2025. Throughout that time, I'm getting gang stalked at the gym, gang stalked at the grocery store. Every time I pull up, there's some little light-skinned leprechaun mixed girl in this community, literally right behind me at these stores. Not only is it that girl that looked like a leprechaun, the girl that was driving a black Honda, she was driving a Chevy Malibu or an Impala. She also at these stores. And the guys in the store was telling me, oh, you need to save yourself because that girl right there, she trying to get you to go to jail. She trying to get you to go to jail. She's telling us that you're going to jail. She's telling us that you're using stolen money. She's telling us that you're using stolen credit cards. The girl that drives the black Honda that I know first started following me had a Chevy Impala or a Chevy Malibu's blue or green. Same girl with the bun, the black girl, light-skinned black girl that work at Hollywood Casino with the Chanel glasses, right? She running around here telling everybody everything. She trying to get me locked up. I mean, she over there in the Buckeye Middle School parking lot watching my home. Every time I go to the store to drive through anything, the girl pull up. She pull up. Now, mind you, this has been going on since November 2024. October 10th, 2025. I'm going to my second divorce hearing. I dress myself. I'm going to court here. Gotta go face these bitches again. I get in the car, driving down the road. As soon as I pass over 104, right on time, here go the black Honda. Right on time, here go the black Honda. She following me again. Going down High Street. Here come Alexis and her little Chevy or whatever that is. When I tell you I pulled into the Franklin County garage, right? If you live in Columbus, Ohio, you know how this garage is set up. The Franklin County Sheriff Garage. This is the garage for the courthouse now. So I can park my car. I pull in. There's cameras everywhere, right? Cameras everywhere. Both of them girls is behind me. The black Honda and Alexis. This is at 8:35 in the morning, October 10th. They were already harassing my phone, calling my phone, kill you, and you can't make it, and you gonna do this, and you gonna do that. Literally to October 10th, the moment we gotta go to court, me and Jaffa, for the divorce. They follow me in the garage now, through to the 5th floor. Now, I've been to court maybe 70, 80 times for eviction hearings for my tenants. And I always park on the roof because it's very high, and I always take a picture up there. So they're both following me yelling at their steering wheel, screaming, having a tantrum on the steering wheel. Got him. I tell him, I've been getting harassed about this $50,000. Jaffa been talking about this $50,000. I need to know what's going on because they done did it in my name. I had nothing to do with this. There was no opportunity for me to have that money last year, for me to do anything close enough to it. But they knew about it. So I tell the judge. The judge continues the hearing.